Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pep Talk Pod, a podcast with five very opinionated sisters talking about all things sports and culture. I'm Shayna, daughter number 4. I'm going to turn it over to my sisters to introduce themselves.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tracy. I am daughter number 1.
Hello, I'm Crystal. I'm daughter number 2.
Okay, then. What it do, baby boo? I'm daughter number 3, Melissa.
And it's your girl, Sean, ranking in the end. I'm the baby, daughter number 5. I know y'all hate
How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight, sisters? We good?
Good. It's Chris always
ready to show the people what we got.
No. It's Chris always forgetting what's her number, like her order. Every time we go through this, it's like, girl, come on now, you number 2.
It'll be a delay.
We'll be like,
She told me to take it.
I'm Crystal, daughter number 2.
Somebody told me I sound like Key Sweat on here. So hey,
in the Sweat Motel. Yeah, that late night.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the people what they want, then, girl. Get the people what they want.
I don't know if that's what they looking for, the Sweat Hotel. That's what they want.
Oh,
Do it.
I don't think my husband.
You want to be the
that.
Swing Hotel or Delilah?
I'm gonna be.
Well, my
still
God,
I rise.
Jesus.
Not Maya Angelou.
Me and Maya Angelou. Still I rise.
Oh, you getting your Maya on this week. We got it.
Oh, Jesus.
Everybody got their
God.
alternate personalities in check tonight.
I don't. My bad.
Everybody know who they are tonight.
I'm uncomfortable with Maya Angelou. I'm uncomfortable with the sexy Maya Angelou voice. Let's retire that.
Oh, mercy.
I agree with
She
you,
say the
Nana.
sexy Maya Angelou voice.
That's what she was just doing. Sexy Maya Angelou.
That's
And
what
I don't
you
think
said,
I'm
because
like that.
She called Maya Angelou sexy.
Yeah.
Girl.
Please stop. All right. On that note, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, hit that notification bell so you will know when all the new episodes of the Pep Talk Pod drop on all of the things: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. All right, ladies, let's get this thing started off right. Divisional rounds in the NFL. Let's take a look at our first game. We're going to start in the AFC. Lamar Jackson drops 4 TDs to put the Ravens back in the AFC title game. Let's give it up for the Ravens.
Woo!
Lamar,
Guys.
Lamar.
He got to show what he got that money for. That money ain't come for nothing, did it?
Okay. I told y'all that last week. I told y'all last week he got to make sense about them coins.
He made sense, baby. He made a lot of sense out of everybody.
Who picked the Ravens out of last week? I did not. I'm going to go ahead and say I definitely picked Houston. My bad. I think Sean and Tracy, y'all picked.
Sean and Tracy, I think, yeah. Yes.
It wasn't looking good for your girl Melissa last week.
I picked Lamar. I think that the Ravens is going to go all the way. That is my prediction. So from here on out, I'm going to pick the Ravens because Lamar Jackson's just playing out his mind. I don't think no one can compare to what he's doing on the field at this point. So
that's right. He's doing.
I think what I said. Go ahead,
Shayna. Go ahead, Shayna.
I think what I said last week was that I was a little skeptical because Lamar always has to play Superman. But what the Ravens showed me was a balanced team. On defense, they shut it down. And I mean, CJ, as explosive as he's been all season, the Texans couldn't do anything against that Ravens defense. No. That was like reminiscent of the Ray Lewis defense days. What did they used to call them back then, that defense?
Yeah.
On the Ravens.
Before my time.
Yeah.
Before my time.
I was not a Baltimore fan.
Yeah.
Let me say, hold
what
on.
Did they call them?
Moving on, Ravens taking on in the AFC Championship. Ravens.
The purple
but
murder.
we did not what we did not want to see, Mahomes and the Chiefs out-dueling Josh Allen and the Bills to reach the AFC title game. What do we think of what we saw from the Chiefs?
Well, hold on. I just because
It was
right
Jamal
on
Lewis.
over that. I had something to say. Excuse me. Maybe my finger. Maybe I need to put two fingers up so you can.
I didn't see it.
Okay, that's okay. What I had wanted to say was I want y'all to hit the rewind button on last week's episode so y'all can hear me talking about Texans' inability to do anything with that Ravens defense. I just want y'all to know and put some respect on my predictions and my football knowledge and understanding. Can somebody please do that for me, please? Can we hit the rewind button? Okay, no, maybe not. Okay. Anyway, fast forward. We go.
No, you see the look from all of us, right? We all got that
facial expressions today.
Everybody's like, "What? No, we can't." And moving on. Anywho, yeah, I know. I did not want to see the Chiefs go on, but this is another moment where we also have to hit the rewind button because I said, as much as I dislike the Chiefs, and I would have liked to see Allen get past the Chiefs, I said their playoff experience and their inability to close out games in this postseason is too strong for the Bills. As much as I dislike the Chiefs, I think I was the only person on this panel that said that the Chiefs were going to take it. Yeah? No?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
did.
You did, because everybody else was going for the Bills, and I was one of them, which the Bills should have won.
Yes.
And they really played good. You got to give it up to them. They choked at the very end. He just choked up at the very end, and
he really did.
I didn't expect that to happen, because for one, it was the missed field goal. That was just
they missed two, right? Or was it just one?
Well, I recall
they missed two field goals.
They missed two field goals.
Yeah, so
but then the passing game, the last 2 minutes of the game, the overthrowing. Yeah, that was another.
Yeah,
thing.
he didn't hit his targets, which it was capable. You can't say that, because if he would have hit those targets, if they would have made their field goals, which like I heard before, you don't win championships by field goals. You have to make touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that was just a mishap within itself. But I say that to say this: if they would have Josh Allen would have at least hit his targets in the 2-minute mark, I think they would have pulled it off, because they was going back and forth the whole game. They was going back and forth, changing the score.
But that throw that he did to Diggs, that was like a perfect throw to me. I felt like Diggs should have caught that. If anything, he should have caught that. And that would have put them in a position to at least, score. So did Josh Allen play? He didn't play his best. No, he didn't. But I mean, also everybody else around him. Like, how you miss that, Diggs? Really?
I don't know, because it's like Kansas City keeps escaping by, and that is so unfortunate, because it's not like they playing. To me, this is mine. When I watch them, it's not like they're playing top-notch football for real.
They're not
like last year. Like last year, we knew
they were playing lights out.
They was really good, and this year it's like, okay, Travis Kelce, he might catch something, but he not having explosive play the whole playoff.
Right, but you guys, we got to remember, Mahomes in playoffs and Mahomes in regular season, it's just night and day. He's a totally different beast. He pulls plays and things literally out of his toe jams. It's disgusting to watch for a person that's not a fan of his
frostbite.
But it's amazing. Yeah, out of his frostbite. But it's amazing for a Kansas City fan, because they understand and know who their quarterback is, and they know he knows how to finish ball games. And so the reality of it is no, the Bulls didn't close the game out. But I knew going into
the Bulls. Why do you keep saying the Bulls? Still in the NFL.
Somebody talking about me. I'm sorry. The Bills did not. The Bills did not. I don't know why I keep calling the Bills did not close the game off, but it really wasn't about the last 2 minutes or the missed field goal. I really hate for that kicker to take all that burden of their playoff ending. I mean, their Super Bowl contingency ending, at that one kick, because it was a culmination of everything they did throughout that game. There were so many opportunities for them to score on drives that they were getting down the field on, and they just didn't do it because they don't have the same playoff track record and experience that the Chiefs have. And that's just the end of it. Just
okay. Well, so now you have the Chiefs in their 6th straight AFC Championship game versus the Ravens in Baltimore. Ravens, Lamar is 1-3 in playoffs, so not the greatest record. Let's go ahead and go around the room. Let's get our predictions for the AFC Championship game. Tracy.
Ravens. Lamar.
Chris, what you got?
We can't hear you.
You got.
Unmute your mic, child.
Oh, I apologize. Ravens, Lamar. I was mocking Tracy.
That's what you get for trying to mock somebody, girl. But I'm saying the Ravens too. I'm gonna get with the Ravens, Lamar Jackson.
Okay, Sean.
Oh, definitely going with
Twisted Bridges.
Oh, now I ain't taking Twisted Bridges to the Super Bowl. Come on now. No,
I'm gonna pick the Chiefs, maybe on some reverse psychology thing, like maybe because I've been so wrong.
You've been so wrong. Just go with the right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying you're still doing it. You're still going with the wrong. Go with the right.
I want
you pick the Chiefs. It's okay. It's okay.
I pick the Chiefs. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
And you truly believe that they're gonna win?
I hope I am wrong.
Oh, mercy.
That's what I'm going to say. All right. Moving on to the NFC, the 49ers survived a scare, a thriller, to beat the Packers 24-21. Guys, as soon as that last ball went out of Jordan Love's hand, before it even went out, I said, who is he? Brett Favre throwing back across the field like that. I was so outdone. I was done. I mean, throwing across the field like that. Why would you make that throw? I did not understand what was happening. He did not have to make that throw. But what did you guys see from that game?
Upset. Because Jordan Love, I was pulling for you. I really was. Even though I did pick 49ers.
I was the only person that picked the Packers.
Yeah, you were.
Shane. You did too, Shane. That's right.
Yeah. We all picked the 49ers, but it was upset.
I picked the 49ers, but I'm like you, Crystal. I was going for the Packers because, oh my God, they started out playing the ball. So they played so well. And I'm like, if you go down I don't understand the throw across the body either, because if he throws it out, he lives to play another down. That was something that you are taught in high school. You never that throw is like almost impossible. You know what I'm saying? And so for him to go out and I don't want to say,
I was just so disappointed.
It was just so childish of him. That's what I want to say. It was childish of him to throw it across his body, because he's been in the league and he's been playing football for so long, and those are the type of things that they're taught not to do.
Yeah. Not so childish.
She said childish.
I don't know how. Well, that's what I say. Like that was like, because
it was immature.
It was an immature play. Yeah.
It was immature. I have to say that.
Yeah. Because he didn't have to do that. Like I said, when he did, I was like, who is he? Brett Favre? Because it really reminded me of how Brett Favre used to make those crazy throws back across the field.
Yes.
And 8 times out of 10, he would get intercepted.
Yeah.
All I know is my little heart was hurt.
I mean, because you had Aaron Jones, who was running the ball. He's been running the ball the entire playoffs. just doing amazing. I mean, I just didn't understand the play calling at the end from LaFleur, because truthfully, I feel like Green Bay outplayed the 49ers for most
definitely. Yes, most definitely. Yeah. I do. And I felt like Green Bay really should have won that game.
Yeah.
But agreed. I was like, what is going on? Wait a minute. You did what, sir? Who does that?
Jordan Love, Brett Favre.
Oh, anyway, man, he should have left Favre in Mississippi.
Inexperience.
Moving on to our NFC North team, the Lions held on to beat the Bucs and are going to their first NFC championship since what, 1991?
99. Give it up. It was 91.
Yeah. 91.
Good job, bud. I mean, Lions.
That's Barry Sanders.
That was literally Barry Sanders. That was the last time they went. Shout out to the Lions. What did you guys see in that game?
I can say that Golf. Mm-hmm. He's showing improvement.
Yes,
since he's been with Detroit, I can really say he have really showed some improvement since he's been with the Lions.
When somebody said domination, all I could think in my head was bring it on. Total domination.
No, I'm weak. Spin fingers. Well, they did come to play though.
Yeah,
they did.
They came to play. And baby, they played that. That's what they did, man. Yes. It was good. It was a fun game to watch.
It was, and that interception by Baker at the end. I mean, again, it was like watching the Packers all over again. Before it even left his hand, I was like, no. And there it was. And I didn't want them to win.
That's not even true. Baker Mayfield. He been in the league for a moment.
So crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and do our predictions for the NFC Championship. Lions at 49ers. Tracy, what say you?
I am going with the Lions. I am. Ooh, I think they are hungry, and I just think that they're going to come out ready to play. And I don't think the 49ers is going to be able to hold up. I don't think the offense is going to be able to hold up on the messing with the Lions defense. Like the defense is like dominant. Like they're playing so well, and it is something to see. It's like unfolding in front of our eyes. Because who would have thought that at the beginning of the season, right? So now,
you did. I'm only saying that because the Lions were red hot at the end of last season. They won like 7 straight going, and they barely missed the playoffs. And I was like, they're going to be tough next season. And here they are.
Here they are. Well, you predicted that, sis, because, hey, they playing very good football, and it's fun to watch, So I'm going to go with the Lions.
Okay. Chris, what you got?
I'm going with the 49ers.
Boo! You said that like it hurt. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
It do hurt because I really want the Lions too. But I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah, well, we gonna leave you with that right there, okay?
Melissa, what you got?
I'm gonna say the Lions.
Oh, you saying the Lions, huh?
Because Brock Purdy, he hasn't been playing pretty good lately. So I feel like he's gonna be shaking in his boots. Yeah, his knees may buckle a little bit. So, because that defense ain't nothing to play with. I'm just saying.
Nope.
I'm saying the Lions.
Sean, who you got?
Well, I want to say the Lions. But they had some questionable offensive calls in this last game. And I know Brock Purdy and the Niners got some stuff to prove because they feel like they were cheated out of their opportunity last year to go to the Super Bowl. But so I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think the Lions have a lot to prove. I think I'll probably put a little bit more stake in them because they feel like we've gotten this far. We're trying to break, organization records. So I guess I'll give them a chance. I honestly don't know. It's a little bit of a toss-up for me because the 49ers haven't played lights out like they were playing 3 weeks ago. And the way that the Lions won that game this week, I was like, okay, you won, but what is going on? We got to get this offense together. It needs to be a little bit cleaner. So I don't know, but I guess I'll take the Lions.
Oof, this is a tough one for me. I'm going to take the Niners.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like they just have more offensive weapons.
Yeah.
Now, will Aiden Hutchinson and crew be able to slow down Christian McCaffrey or George Kittle? They don't have Debo. I don't think Debo is playing next week because he's hurt. So that might be, he is gonna, so far he is out. So he didn't have any bone breaks from what I saw at the news today. So, and they're at home. I want the Lions in my spirit. My heart's going for the Lions. My head is saying 49ers. So we will keep it there. And next up, we're going to talk about some the NFL coaching carousel.
Oh, wow.
Definitely a carousel. Then around, then around, then around.
The Atlanta Falcons have interviewed Bill Belichick and Jim Harbaugh. So it looks like they did their second round with Bill. And for Jim, I think he's scheduled to come up or whatever. But according to the front office, they don't want Arthur Bill to hire Bill Belichick. What
Arthur
y'all
Blank.
think gonna happen?
Arthur Blank.
Who's Blank? Is Arthur Blank?
Yeah,
I'm
Arthur
saying
Blank.
up people name. Maybe because all I see was Arthur B with Bill. So
Arthur Bill. I'm like, what? They got to do all the
Arthur
things.
Blank. Arthur Blank. Hey. So what do y'all think though? Do y'all think Bill Belichick gonna be the next coach for the Falcons?
No. Again, Bill Belichick is not gonna fit well with the culture here in Atlanta. It's just not a good look. I don't know what they got going on. They interviewed him 3 times. At this point, it's time to move on. You saw what you saw the last time.
I agree, Sean.
I
agree.
Yeah.
And I don't think that would just be a good look for the city. Like, no. I know that he's a good coach or whatever, but
not for this organization. No.
No. You guys gonna have to go back to the drawing board
for sure.
Yeah,
he's a seasoned coach,
Very.
Yeah.
Oh well, okay. Well, Poe Bill looks like don't nobody want him in Atlanta, and clearly the New England Patriots didn't want him over there either. Because they decided to bring Gerard Mayo on up in there. They said, "Come on, Mayo."
Yeah, I think Mayo is like a filler until they're able to get through to the next coach that they wanted in line. And so that opportunity for that coach wasn't there, but they had to name someone for the organization, because you want to keep a little bit of certainty there, look like you stable or that you had, a front runner. So that's just my opinion, but I don't, and I really want to see more brown men in that head coaching role, but I don't think he's there as a permanent. I don't think he was more. I think he was just. I don't know. Yeah,
he is a first black head coach. Yeah,
and Boston's a very hard town. Boston is one of those places where people like Bill Belichick and what's the guy name from the Eagles that we didn't like? God darn, the one that
before Nick.
Yeah, his name is
Matt Patricia.
Doug Peterson.
Doug. They're more of a Doug Peterson, Bill Belichick type of culture in New England. And I say that to say, crossing over, look at how Boston did our dude with the little slip up with allegedly with somebody in the front office. They are just not that, black and brown friendly in New England.
Okay. You're talking about the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Udoka.
Yeah.
Udoka, yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, I didn't want to screw his name up. Y'all know who I mean. Yeah. So I think that's
But
just.
he got
And I
another
mean,
job.
say that again. And guess what his another job at?
He
Huh? Where's another job
he's
at?
head coaching now.
Yeah, where at?
He's head coaching now.
Where at?
Where?
Houston Rockets.
Let me get it.
Yes, in Houston. Because
Okay.
again, the culture in Boston does not
I
fit
got
the
it.
mold of these coaches that we're talking about right now.
Okay.
That's just, you know, that
She didn't got on board with us now. She came on.
here. You in the room. Come on.
She in the room. Baby, she wasn't in there.
Come on.
Yeah, Sean was. Yeah, I hear what you were saying, Sean. You were literally trying to say just the culture of New England is not Black and brown friendly. I mean, you said that. I actually, unfortunately, kind of agree with you on the Jermod Mayo hire. I think during his press conference, he was like, you know, I just want to improve the overall vibe of the team, and I was just kind of like, okay.
Why they had to have our brother there to do that, right?
I mean, we've seen that happen before, right?
Yes,
Get brought
we
in
have.
with all the odds stacked against you, and guess what?
Always.
It's a surprise. Oh my God, you failed. Oh, now it's time to go.
Wow, we totally thought we would succeed. Or we see those coaches, they'll step into these temporary roles. They don't go into them saying it's a temporary, but they'll step into it, these temporary roles like the guy over at Auburn did, and help you pull out a winninger season, if that's even a word, which is not, but a winninger season, and then you still guess what? You still don't fit the bill. So we appreciate you for everything you did, but we already had someone in mind. And look, I mean, it does. It happens on every level, collegiate level, professional. But I think that's a very temporary move. I don't see.
Okay, then. All right.
Hopefully that'll open doors though for him to get.
Yeah, because I was going to say that. Look at the Raiders coach. So that was a good move.
They got Pierce on in there because he was the interim coach. And so he ended up locking the position as the head coach. Do y'all remember that game when they ran up 63 points?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
And they came off of a 3-game losing streak at that time. So hey, good job on the Raiders. They picked a head coach, which was Pierce. But looks like Jerry Jones. Oh, she got her finger up. Come on, baby. Come on.
I just want to say one thing about Antonio Pierce because I think for Antonio, what really worked for him is that he had the locker room behind him. He had players on that team saying, I don't want to play for anybody but Antonio Pierce, because I think he had a certain swagger that he brought to that locker room with players like Max Crosby and other folks speaking up for him. And you could tell that he just kind of turned the culture around. And also, I always want to shout out the Raiders because the Raiders are like all Black everything, right?
Yeah.
They're one of the more progressive franchises in the league as far as their front office and their coaching and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And they've always been the leader, with that, even going back to the 60s and 70s. So shout out to the Raiders. Yes. Shout out to my boy AP. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. Boy. Not
her boy.
He's my boy.
Literally, he played for the Raiders back in the days. So like everything that happened with that little transfer was like awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like I played for this team. I come back. I help you, win the games that we won. And, now I'm the head coach for the team I used to, play for. So it's like amazing. That's good to see in the franchise.
Yes, that is good to see. But over there in Dallas. Over there in Dallas, Lord, Jerry Jones decided to keep little Mikey. Mikey's still here. He don't have no contract extension.
Not little Mikey.
Yeah, little
man.
Mikey.
You know what I think Dallas should stop doing? Stop trying to fire and hire and just get some consistency in your organization. It's way too unstable. They're doing too much.
Not with Jerry. Not with Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry Jones. That's why I'm saying this. Get some consistency and stay down somewhere.
You're gonna have to get rid of Jerry Jones.
I just told y'all that by Arthur Blank. I mean Arthur Bills. Last week. Sit down. Doing too much. You gotta sit down.
Listen, Jerry Jones Jerry fired I can't think of
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson, because Jimmy Johnson was getting too much light, too much headlight, too much headshots. Like, okay, every time I pull up my paper, I see Jimmy Johnson. Every time a commercial come on, I see Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson. I'm sorry. I'm going to sit him down so I could be I am the owner, the head coach, the assistant coach. I go out there, I run the ball, and I catch the ball. It is me,
and I
Jerry Jones, baby. I do everything, and I don't want nobody else to face to be on, in front of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. I bought the organization. They was already winning Super Bowls. We don't have to win anymore because the fan base is gonna love us anyway. They remember the old 1978 Big Mac. 2024 Big Mac, they still reminiscing from 78, baby. Unless he is somewhere asleep, they not gonna do it. It's not gonna get done.
Dallas is reminding me so much of Auburn. They cannot find that coach to give them what they actually need. And Jerry Jones, for one thing, he needs to step down because I think he's too busy trying to coach the coach without letting the coach the team.
Yeah.
I really think that is his biggest problem. And
Chris,
but it's the same thing going on here in Atlanta. It's the same thing with Atlanta Falcons. Arthur Blanks is doing the exact same thing. They too busy trying to coach the coach instead of letting the coach the team. They want to be able, and I don't think neither one of them ever touched the football field. So they don't even know the game. So if you don't know the game, how you going to try to coach the coach?
Won't be able.
So, and that's their biggest issue. So that's the reason why they are not going to have no winning seasons no time soon until they step aside and let somebody else take over.
Will not.
And they're not.
Not gonna happen.
Where?
Won't. And I was just about to ask you, Chris, don't this sound so familiar? We got a city full of hopefuls around this joint, and these Johns is not giving up on their Falcons, and these dirty birds keep on letting them down. It's just like the roller coaster, the hamster wheel that the Cowboy fans are on. It's like almost insanity at this point. You know you're not gonna win. Stop.
It is insanity.
Just
they
stop.
Keep doing the same thing, looking for a different outcome.
You do
not have bus go round round and round.
Like, cut it out, please. What the girl at Bella Noche say? Because it's upsetting me and my homegirls. At this point, it's upsetting me and my sister. Okay, you're not. You just stop it. Stop. No,
I agree.
Enough already.
I totally agree.
Well,
it is something else.
The Eagles decided to keep Nick, but looks like they got rid of their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Brian Johnson will not be returning for the next season either.
Yeah, and
Lord have mercy.
That's
here go the Eagles again.
Don't know how to
have a new defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator again this year.
So that means that the stars on the team, now you got to readjust yourself all over again for new coaching style. And that goes back to me on what Sean was saying a couple of weeks ago, that something is actually going on in the Eagles organization. On the reason why the team was doing what happened with them, they last 7 games that they actually played.
Yeah. It's and then they were interviewing Ron Rivera, and it's like, what are y'all doing? Okay, y'all have literally just created a big funk. Okay, just a big old sewage waste field full of junk. I don't know what they are doing.
Baby,
it's just sour. I mean, it's like if you thought you couldn't get any worse, after you didn't blow the whole season off of the last 6 games.
7.
I'm sorry, 7. You keep on excluding the one game they actually pulled away and got. But, it's just like, if you can't get any worse, let's just make it stank up the place a little bit more. Let's go ahead and fire some familiarity and get some new skin in here. And we're losing some players, to this. I mean, they can't do nothing but stank it up. Have you ever seen somebody be so self-sabotaging? That is literally what they have done the whole tail end of the season. And now it looks like they're continuing that trend that they started.
Same trend. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
pitiful.
Bart Simpson.
or Pep.
He gonna have an interview with the Eagles. Okay, me and Bart, let me see how that work out for you.
Call my daddy. He got y'all. Call my daddy. Put my daddy on. He can do it.
All right, we're about to switch it up. Stay with us. Call Pep for the interview, Eagles. Pep is available.
Call my daddy. Call my daddy.
Yes.
And moving right along into women's basketball. We're gonna get into some upsets. I guess Iowa got upset against Ohio State. I wouldn't really call that an upset because, again, as I stated weeks ago, I think that they're a little overrated. I think they put a lot of stock in Caitlin Clark. But again, that's my personal opinion. We saw what happened last year when they put all that stock in her and they got right down in there and got the butt beat by LSU. I just think that there are so many other powerful players in this league that are not getting the shine that they deserve in behind what they are, I don't know, hoping, guess, and praying that Caitlin Clark will be able to pull off this year. And I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happen. What says you guys?
Well, let me tell you something about Caitlin Clark. The girl is tough. She she has broken so many records. She broke Brittany Griner records with having the most points in the season. She is constantly breaking barriers. And I hate the fact that they call her the Seth Curry of women basketball. I hate that because she's just Caitlin Clark. She's just making her own legacy, far as women basketball. But the problem is she has no help.
None. And guess what the other problem is? You ain't playing nobody like that. So it's easy to get 3,000 points when you ain't looking at South Carolina and LSU playing.
Exactly. 15 and 6. That's right. Like every time she no. I don't understand like how they keep constantly passing her the ball. No one else want to attempt to take the shot. And I seen why, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to make it. She's just throwing those threes up. She's very good and very consistent. I want to say that, but she needs help on the team. She needs help in cases like Ohio State pull their card.
Yeah, because guess what? That's some competition. You got some competitive nature there. You got other scores on Ohio State team. They ain't looking for just that one girl to really get buckets. They got other threats, right? So you move the ball off of them, then you're going to leave somebody open on the wing and they dropping buckets. It's just the reality of the game. I just think when you ain't playing these tough schedules like we see in these SECs and a couple other conferences, getting 3,000 points. That's amazing. I'm not going to hate on the girl. I think that's amazing. I think she's an amazing ball player, but I just think that for the coverage that we're seeing on her, what are these other girls that their teams are beating teams by landslides, have been since the beginning of the season. Literally, South Carolina is beating folks by 30 and 40 points. Totally embarrassing them. Yeah. Some team they even beat by 70 something. Okay, yeah, maybe they weren't an SEC team, but goodness gracious. Like, what else do you want to see here? So I don't know. I just think that some of the accolades deserve to go to other players that are actually facing that true rigorous competition, night in, night out. Yes,
Chris, I have one thing to say about South Carolina. I don't know if y'all seen the interview that Dawn Staley did, but she said teams wants to play them to get their players to tighten their own team up, even though they know they are beating them by big points and big scores. Teams actually, it's just like when Dion went to Jackson, a lot of teams wanted to play Jackson because they want to get that TV time, that challenge. that competitiveness. So that's one thing that we definitely see in South Carolina. But have y'all been paying attention to Colorado girls?
Yeah. Yeah, they get buckets to take a name. Yeah.
They are.
I think that was a very good.
She is doing a good thing. Good job.
Yes.
They are. And while we're on the topic, you got other top seeds like UCLA that took a big loss. You know, they got the upset tonight against Utah in that overtime. And they didn't lose by a small margin. I think they lost by about 12 or 13. So, you know, it's just there are other threats, I think, in college basketball on the women's stage that we got to be looking at. That's going to be putting up some really tough competition, you know, when we can get into this madness.
And one more thing before Haley run us off. I want y'all to pay attention to the women's HBCU teams as well. Because Grambling is outstanding and Jackson State is outstanding right about now. So we can look forward to them being in the March Madness. I can already call for it. Okay, we can move on.
At least one of HBCU representation, though. So I'm here for it. We need some.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Come on, Jackson State.
I'm here for it too. All right. So switching gears. Chris, we're talking about a battle in our moment off sports. What is the topic for this week?
Mardi Gras.
Do what you wanna. Do what you wanna.
It's Mardi Gras season.
Somebody was snapping on the 2 and the 4, and somebody else was snapping on the 1 and the 3.
1 and the 3, baby. Yeah, the snaps all over the place.
But I can say for some of you all who are watching, don't know history, Mardi Gras started in Mobile, where we were born and raised. We are born and raised Mardi Gras kids. And we miss it every now and again. And we wish our town, Mobile, we wish them the best. Stay safe out there in them streets. Hey, and go out there and have fun. Not go out there and destroy your city, because you have to continue living in that city. So enjoy your time. Hey, you got the best bands coming in. Your band's coming in, and a lot of HBCUs have now picked up and going in and participating in Mardi Gras in Mobile and in New Orleans. So enjoy yourself. And I heard, I don't know, I haven't read on the history of it, but it seemed like Houston had picked up Mardi Gras. And another city had picked up Mardi Gras. So
of New Orleans. You know, the people from New Orleans have migrated into that Houston and Dallas. Yeah.
After Katrina. But that's not the question, Chris. The question is, because we all know that it's a battle, you know, between us and New Orleans. Who is the best? Who would you say?
Mobile. And the reason I say Mobile is because Mobile is family oriented when it comes down to Mardi Gras. New Orleans is what it is, but Mobile is definitely family oriented when it comes down to Mardi Gras.
Yes.
And it's more safer for the younger people in Mobile, because you can get lost in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. You really can. So,
I say Mobile because we have more stuff. They throw more stuff. Like, it's not just bees. And in New Orleans, it's just bees. In Mobile, baby, we got moon pies. We have
But
candy.
In New Orleans, they got moon pies, but they get moon pies for other reasons in New Orleans.
They get bees and moon pies for boo.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at the Christian cookies. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's your holy heart.
Y'all ain't see Shayna. They didn't see her, Shayna.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I have a question for you guys though while we're on this segment. Which floats are better? New Orleans floats or Mobile floats? Because now, to be honest, I'm from Mobile. I rep MOBA. Come on. But the costumes
in New Orleans.
From New Orleans. Oh my God. Like, yes. They are so carnival. They are like real life carnival costumes. So I would go to New Orleans.
Her New Orleans accent, baby. Y'all heard her?
Baby, you don't know nothing about that.
What's up? Yeah, I will say that their wardrobes are a little bit more carnivalish, which I would agree. They do go a little bit more out, but I think ours are more PG. Theirs are PG-13. And I don't say that in a bad way. I just think that a lot of like the heritage and the roots, we got to think about how people settled in Mobile and then migrated into New Orleans and at French Quarters, and how things actually translated from Mobile to New Orleans, you know, creating its town and all of its rich culture and heritage. We got to know where they started, right? Where did they land? You know, and then where did they migrate to? And so that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the true roots of that culture, because if you think about it, really that Creole culture has kind of fled Mobile in a sense. Whereas we used to see some of it a little down the bay, you know, you kind of had some out in Tomaville. Really, all of that Creole culture has kind of migrated over into the Orleans area. And so Mobile is kind of void of that, but they still keep some of the roots with all the organizations that Mobile has, you know, that are rooted in Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
I think we should close the show with this story. It's gonna be story time, because Chris said you could get lost in New Orleans Mardi Gras, and I'm gonna talk about the one time that one of two times that I got lost.
Mercy.
How did I do it?
So I was about 6 years old, maybe 7. And so we always went to the Boom Boom. That's what we call it. We went to the Boom Boom as a family, right? Take the vans, all the kids would be on there, blah, blah, blah. So we parked at the same spot every night. I knew where the vans were. If you were a kid, we knew where it was. So we came back, we were walking back from the parades, and I was just following a group of Black people because they looked like my family was Black people, right? So I'm just
all Black people look
alike.
What a stereotype you just confirmed.
The 6-year-old me didn't look alike. Child, when these Black people, they went to a charter bus, and I was like, oh Lord, these ain't not Black people. So then I started walking around downtown Mobile. I was lost for about, look, if we talked to LaFreda, I think he said it was 2 hours. They were looking for me.
I think 2 hours.
Downtown Mobile, and the whole family was out. It was a search party, and everybody was calling my name. And he was like, "If we just saw these little bitty feet coming over the."
By this time, Mama was bald head. She had all her hair. She had ripped it out from the root.
And that story, I say all that to say that is how Sean and I became the only Black children at Mardi Gras with leashes. So on that note,
what did you think about running?
and on that note, my mom never returned to another Mardi Gras parade until my daughter was born.
That's true. She
went to one, and she said, "No, it's still overwhelming. I'm not going back."
Yeah. We had leashes. We were Black kids with leashes. You know that Cat Williams joke.
Yes. Oh my God, that is hilarious. What are you thinking about? Running.
Baby, they had that snatch.
Lord.
Yeah. So
that's like Mortal Kombat. Come here.
As if the starter outfits and the big old heavy jackets wasn't enough, we had to walk around with a leash on our back. Wow.
A leash.
Embarrassing.
It wasn't even those retractable leashes. It wasn't even a leash that had any give. It was just like straight. Go.
Come here. Where you going? Get back over here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching the show. Make sure again that you like, subscribe, comment, follow us on all the things at the Pep Talk Pod, and we are going to put them to sleep. Good night, everybody.
Put them to sleep.
Good night.